you like my hole?
These roads are so bad, it's unbelievable.
It genuinely is, bro, isn't it? Yeah, bro.
Oh my god!
Should be the same old left turn.
Oh yeah, I remember turning left down
Yeah. Could you go any slower?
there. So you, lad.
You cunt! What is he doing? I don't know either. Come on, back up.
Move or I'll cough on you!
Yeah.
Cunt! I think it's right.
Yeah, right turn there, right turn there.
Yeah. Fucking hell, it took us long enough, eh? They've got the same white van as there.
Were it so easy.
And here's the cliff.
Here we are, boys. We're finally here.
I'm gonna put your head through the fucking windscreen in a minute.
Oh, please do it. That'll turn me on.
Right, lads. So what this is a small D-Day radio station that was dug in 1942 by the Royal Engineers. What are they doing? And this was used essentially as the radio station for the massive D-Day headquarters, or GCHQ I believe it was called, underneath Fort Southwick, which is roughly in that direction. And this was essentially to draw bombs away from the main headquarters, so yeah, I think you can understand why they didn't want the headquarters getting hit. And up on the top of that cliff would have been some massive antennas that would have been huge bombing targets, which is why the bunker was dug so far down in this cliff. This cliff as well is actually further down than it was when the bunker was dug, because it was quarried in the 1970s to build a motorway. Yeah, it's up this cliff. It's up here. Try not to fall down, boys. It's been quite dry recently, so we shouldn't have much trouble. Oh, it's a bit slippery there. Up you get, lads. I'll be right behind you.
Do you like my bum, Lewis?
Mmm.
Yeah. Can you just take a fart quick? Oh shit. Just so I can smell it. That's actually really cool. It's alright, it's big inside. What a view, eh?
Here we are.
Right, listen, see if we can hear any people that died.
Well, it's quite a view up here, isn't it?
It's alright.
Well, here's my point. That is ground level nowadays. And we're about, what do you want to say, about 10 metres up?
Yeah, higher than that. Higher than that, about 15 maybe. This used to be the more ground level.
Yeah, this where we're standing now used to be ground level. Yeah, they quarried it all down. For a motorway, which is roughly in that direction. Around there. It links Portsmouth and the mainland again, a third way, I think. Right, so let me explain this. This was the escape tunnel. We're basically doing this bunker the wrong way round, because the escape tunnel is way easier to access than the main entrance, which is somewhere in that direction, and it's much steeper than what we've just done, and what we've just done was already quite slippy. Yeah, just so you know. Now let's get in.
Yeah?
Because, this is... So, we're on the trusty cameraman's camera now. Chances are when I'm trying to edit this in, the files are going to be incomprehensibly big.
Holy Jesus! What is that? What the fuck is that?
You got a torch, mate?
Yes.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah. This tunnel was the escape tunnel, in case the main entrance was hit, or if anyone needed to leave the bunker at all. Through here, we have the main comms room, or one of the main comms rooms. There's two. One smaller than the other, and one also higher up than the other, from where we are now. Hence why the entrance over there is actually lower down than the one that is the main entrance up there. So let's go through here and I'll explain this room to you. It's not a good condition, to be honest, despite the fact of where this is as well, and the kids that like to set this place on fire. So, This, believe it or not, is not where the main equipment would have been, as far as I can tell. There's a small hole there, which I don't know what that was for. Probably for some sort of radio equipment or electronics equipment. This place would have had the equipment to send and receive signals to and from Normandy. It wasn't a one-way radio, it was two ways. And since this would be being sent by secure comms lines all the way up to the GCHQ, they obviously weren't going to have all the equipment necessary for it. Now, this big hole in the wall was deliberate. What this is where all the heavy cables would have ran into. And up there, if you go all the way into the hole, you can see the conduit where the armoured cable that went up to the surface to the antennas would have gone up to. Hand me your phone and I'll give it.
Don't fucking drop it.
Here we are, this is the borehole that would have gone up to the surface, all the way up the cliff that you saw earlier. They had to dig all that, or drill all of it, I think. You can't see the end of it.
Why they've lined part of it and then left the other part unlined, I don't really know, but you can see all the pick marks and drill marks in the wall as well, in the way of all the bloody graffiti they've all left here. Here we are upstairs. Yeah, they are a bit slanty, so watch yourself. Over here you can see the channel where the cables would have gone up. Oh my god, these are a really strange angle, aren't they? And here we have the room where the main comms board, I think, would have been, because that is probably the biggest hole in the floor in this tunnel system. And I'm going to assume a pretty beefy electronic system went there. You can see all the graffiti and stuff. And this place is very popular, that's why I'm not really caring to hide the location. It's in strikingly good condition for somewhere that's been so fire damaged and just all places like that. And this would have been the main entrance tunnel, which is why it's a little bit higher than the escape tunnel per se.
That was close.
I don't quite know what this was for, to be quite honest with you.
I know.
Right. It appears they just dug and dug and dug and then stopped here, dead. Maybe it was done when they were digging the rest of the tunnel complex out and they just decided we'll use this to keep our equipment here. I'm not sure. Could have been something else. I believe this bunker ran off the mains electricity, so I'm not quite sure what this room would have been for. There's not like a generator or anything, because there's no vents in the floor that it would have been. It's quite high up as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a good 7-8 foot.
Yeah. Out there you have the main entrance. Right, so let's get out of here. I'll give you one last view of the tunnel system, this time going through the right way, just so you can get a grasp of the place. It's not very big, but it's a nice little bit of World War II history that a fair amount of people do know about actually, but it's still good to see it in such good condition as well. And it's good to see a place that actually was fairly important for the D-Day operations to still be here. So let's go. Yeah, keep your head down. So this is what they actually would have first come into, anyone entering the bunker. So it would have been the way around we went. And they would have come straight into this room where I'm guessing 1 or 2 people in the mid station. Down the incredibly dodgy stairs. Yeah, they're at a very strange angle, these.
Luckily there's like bits of ledge.
Oh god. Oh god, that's even worse.
Imagine tripping and hitting your head.
Yeah, fuck that.
Then you see this. So, I suppose this room is actually quite unique compared to the other things I've seen, isn't it? Because, like I say, this bit is lined, and then this bit over there is unlined.
Probably had a use.
There's probably something for it. Maybe there would have been a divider across this bit. Because if you look, there's a piece of corrugated there, and that might have been a little divider where it would have gone here.
Maybe.
I don't know, it's just... It is
Guess
strange.
we'll never find out, boys.
No. I don't know why, but this tunnel looks so much like neater dug than the entrance tunnel. It's like quite ironic, isn't it? Was this done by the French? They've made the exit a lot nicer. That's about it for this place. It's not really big, but it's something else to do. Yeah, getting through that is a complete nightmare because my back now hurts. And now we've got to get down that in the dark. Oh god, it's going to be so difficult, isn't it?
Let's do it, boys. Till next time.